We interrupt this program to bring you...
Welcome back to Double D's. Thank you so
again.
much for joining us for episode number 2.
Thank you for subscribing.
Yes.
I know you clicked that button.
This guy loves hitting or saying, make sure you smash that subscribe button.
Smash that subscribe button. Smash it.
All right, so let's just get right into it. I actually put some notes down of stuff that we have to talk about. So last week, he's got new shoes.
Sorry.
I got new shoes too.
Yes. It
So,
matches something you're going to show
It
us
matches
today, huh?
exactly what we're going to talk about right off the bat.
Let's hit
All
it
right,
then.
so first and foremost, congratulations to both Europe and USA in the Solheim Cup last week. So USA started off super strong, right? They were up 4-0 after the first day. Ended up, Europe came back. They just kept chipping away. Ended up being tied 14-14. So Europe retains the Solheim Cup, so it stays with them. But I will say they absolutely deserved to win the whole thing.
Are they being resilient?
I mean, it was resilient. It was grit. Leona Maguire, man, she hit some bombs in putts.
Yeah.
That frankly had no reason going in. But no, I mean, congratulations to them. And with that, I want to go right into what's starting tomorrow is the Ryder Cup. That's right, the Ryder Cup. So we've got Europe versus USA. They're in Rome. It's been something like, I don't know, 20-something years since the U.S. has won the Ryder Cup on European soil. Yeah, it's been
okay.
on their soil.
Okay.
So it's going to be really good. I think USA is slightly favored right now, but Europe is looking ridiculously good, right? You got Victor Hovland, who just won it all, won the FedEx Cup playoffs. John Rahm, Rory McIlroy, Shane Lowry. I mean, continues to go. They're
Some
stacked.
ballers out there.
But then you go to the other side, right? Jordan Spieth, Justin Thomas, Colin Morikawa.
My guys.
Again, Scotty Scheffler. List can go on and on. So I think it's going to be really close. I know U.S. betting wise is a little bit higher, but I do think that the Europeans, in my opinion, have that home ground advantage.
Yeah. You never want to lose on home turf.
No, the cool thing too about this though is that even though it's in Europe, it's in Rome, and I don't think there's anybody on the European team that's Italian. So it's not super home court advantage, but it's still Europe, right? So you're still going to get a lot of the Europeans out there. And two things I saw today that happened during the practice round that blew my mind. Number one is the Europeans, the fans, they synchronized clapping. And they did a slow clap. And I'll tell you right now, it was so damn loud. It was insane. It literally sounded like, as it got kind of faster, it literally sounded like thunder. It was cool.
You need that.
It was like goosebump giving kind of thing.
That gives you motivation,
Yeah.
especially on home turf.
And then the second thing I saw today.
Psych job. Wow.
Oh, big time.
trying
Big
to psych
time.
out
You know, the Minnesota Vikings do the same thing.
Yeah.
Right before kickoff, they do like a big skull.
It's because
They're Vikings, right?
Yeah.
But
Iceland did it in World Cup.
Yep,
That
exactly.
became
They
a
do
huge
skull
thing
as well.
after they did.
That's right.
Yeah.
The other thing that I saw today that just happened a couple of hours ago, by the time you guys see this, it'll be days ago, but Victor Hovland for Team Europe, par 4, 3-wood, gets a hole-in-one.
Pressure.
Right? So
How do you answer
right
that?
now, he's just having fun. He was listening to about as heavy hardcore metal
And
kind of
just
stuff
bombed one.
and just destroyed it.
3-wood?
Yep.
Hole in one?
Yep. Par 4.
Now let me ask you. When that happens, you don't really know that it's going to be a hole in one. You're just trying to get it close to the hole.
Yeah,
And when it just so is that a matter of like
it's luck.
okay, that's all I needed to hear.
It's skill to hit the ball
Yeah.
straight,
Yes.
or
Near the
with
flag.
whatever curve he had to it, which I don't know if he had any. I think he just hit it.
He just said, "I'm gonna have fun
he
with
just
this and
spanked
bomb
it.
it."
Yep.
Wow.
But I mean, yeah, how it lands, where it bounces, how it bounces, how much spin, blah blah blah, blah, right? So it's luck to get that ball 300 plus yards.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's
into a
gotta be luck.
4 yeah, so yeah, a little over 4 inches.
But on a par 3, like when you go with your
Par 3 is more skill than luck,
skill. But still,
but it's still luck.
okay.
Yeah, it's still both.
All right, fair enough.
So with that, I did a story post, whatever, on the Stubby McPickle Instagram page. Shout out Stubby McPickle once again. But one of our other sponsors, TaylorMade, they made Team USA and Team Europe drivers for the Ryder Cup. They also made bags. Go check them out, TaylorMade Golf. But I got mine. So here is the Team USA TaylorMade driver. We'll take this off. We'll put up some pictures, stuff like that. But I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. First of all, the head cover.
Oh
Yeah.
no, the head cover's cool. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I got excited.
It's got like
because I
it's.
saw that.
I know. It's got like red. I don't know if it's microfiber or velvet or fleece on the inside.
That's warm.
It's so pretty,
Dang,
and it just
man.
glides right on and off.
Good to zoom in on that.
And then this is the driver. So we can zoom in on this for you, but the face, this is the Stealth 2. Face says Team USA.
Yes.
All right.
Is that carbon fiber? on
Yeah, carbon fiber, twist face technology. The top of it, I mean, it's all red, white, and blue.
You'd have to explain that. I don't know what all that means.
Well,
but
we
I'll tell
don't
you.
have time.
Okay. Fair
But there's a lot into it. But the bottom of this thing, without hitting anything, this red, white, and blue with the stars and everything.
No, that's very detailed. I like that.
I mean, it is absolutely gorgeous.
Carbon wood. Is that just a combination of both?
No, it's carbon fiber, but it's considered a wood. That's what drivers 3 woods, 5 woods were originally.
This bad boy is detailed.
It's so detailed. It's so clean and
Yeah.
sparkly.
Do you use it?
No. So somebody asked me too. They were like, "Are you gonna hit that?" No,
You crazy?
no, I ain't hitting.
It's a collector's
I ain't
item.
hitting it at all.
Put that bad boy back in this
Yeah, I'll
bag.
get this bad boy in here. Anyway, all
Back
right.
home.
So
That is a nice club.
obviously rooting for Team USA in the Ryder Cup for sure.
Have to.
But at the same time, if the Europeans win, I will be just as happy for them. I wish that I had that I got the European one of these two,
Yeah.
because like I have to say,
Sick.
it's meaner.
What's the colors of it?
It's gold and blue. Like, this is beautiful and gorgeous, and obviously, I mean, veteran, red, white, and blue, like, that's all me. But it's mean. Like, you take that head cover off, and you're just like,
It's like Mario versus Bowser kind of looking thing.
kinda, yeah. It's like, this thing is ready to just, to do work. You know? So, if anybody else has a European driver that out there, take pictures of it, take a
Yeah,
video
send
of it,
it in. I wanna
put it
see
in the
that
comments
before.
below. We'd love to see it. We'd love to put it up and let other people see it in the future. So yeah, it's going to be exciting. Starts tomorrow. I hope by the time we do the next episode, it'll be over so we can talk about
So
that.
wait, that's the club that they're going to use in the
Yep.
cup. That's amazing.
Yep.
All custom made to their own.
Yep, to their specifications, everything that you need.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty gorgeous. So thank you, TaylorMade, again. Fantastic.
Yeah.
The Stealth 2.
That was a cool club.
It's incredible. All right, so moving on.
Wow. So much into it. Jeez.
Yeah, man.
We just rock cleats, different technology, shin guards, and that's about it.
All right, well, let's go right into that. So let's talk about what's been going on with you guys. What's going on with the Rising?
Yeah. So we are in a good position right now. Obviously, our main focus right now is to keep looking up and take every game one at a time. It's getting down to those last 3 games, man. So it's a playoff push and obviously get as high as you can in the standings. Top 4 teams get a home spot to play in one of the playoff games. So we're really focusing on that right now and just.
And you're sitting in 5 right now, I think.
think it was 4 last time I checked, unless something changed over the
I
weekend
thought
after one of the
that
games.
because at the end of the weekend, I think it was because of your
You might be right.
draw.
Yeah, you might be right.
I think you guys moved into 5th spot.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
so
it's just more motivation to finish
exactly. Every game is a final now. I mean, that's what we've been telling everybody and each other, and just making sure that we're ready for that, because this is a 6-point game right now. Orange County's right behind us. I think a game in hand. So it's important that we take the 3 points here and just keep pushing away from who's behind us and just kind of leave them in the dust. But, you can't take anybody lightly in this league, especially now. Everybody's hungry to get that spot, especially home advantage. So
And trying to build some momentum to get
100%.
going into playoffs.
yeah,
for sure.
I think that's like, and this could be in other sports as well. That's a big, like, I guess, misconception where it's like, oh, we'll slow down by the end and we'll be ready. But I think you have to have momentum going into postseason.
Yeah, I've actually wondered that, because NFL, NFL, what they'll do is when they clinch like week 15 or whatever, then they sit their starters.
Chill, yeah. I feel like you lose, like,
I know you want to give them rest, but at the same time,
you lose game mentality.
Yeah.
Especially like if you're a quarterback. Like if they're starting to put in second string, third string, your main guy needs to still be in those plays. I mean,
well, what about the rest of the team though? That now has to learn the rhythm and the speed and all of that stuff of the backup quarterback.
That's true. That's true.
So
I've always
I think
thought,
about all of that.
Yeah, I've always thought you need to be firing like on all cylinders coming into those last games, just so you put in a little bit of fear. Maybe that's not the word.
Yeah, that you're not letting your foot up.
Right, and then you don't want to give anybody an advantage to have momentum over you. So, I think that's, I would feel that that's a game plan for most teams, but you never know how people want to move. But, yeah, that's our focus right now, and just making
And
sure.
who you got this week?
Orange County.
Orange County this week. Yeah.
It's a good game, man. They're good players on that team, and like you said, you can't take your foot off the gas at any point. So yeah, major focus. Been keeping the circle small, keeping within house and my teammates and my family, and that's pretty much it in here. So.
And
my
legs good?
Leg is good. Yeah. There was no issues. I've been solid. I know I was out the last couple, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got in some games. I got some minutes in, and it's no secret. Yeah, I'm there.
Sweet. Love to hear it. Speaking of momentum, feeling good and healthy, how about my Washington State Cougars right now?
How about them? Talk about them. See you rocking it.
Yes, sir. So,
How was I doing too well?
last weekend, probably one of the biggest games in Washington State Cougar football history. We were ranked number 19. We played Oregon State. If you guys don't know by now, Oregon State and Washington State are the last 2 teams in the Pac-12, Pac-2, after this year. So it was kind of like a conference championship game.
Yeah.
But the number 14 ranked Beavers of Oregon State came into Pullman.
Dang.
And we thrashed them.
The Beavers.
The Cougars thrashed the Beavers.
Damn.
We thrashed them. It was amazing. The atmosphere was amazing. Cam Ward, the quarterback for Washington State, is now on literally every list that you can, for every award out there. His name's now on the Heisman watch. His name's on the Maxwell Award for best quarterback. Everywhere. We're getting high praise from everyone. Richard Sherman shouted him out this morning on Good Morning Football.
Was that just from this last game, or just
for the whole season so far?
Been holding it down.
But he's 4th in the country in pretty much every statistic, and he's still yet to throw an interception. He's got something like 16 or 18 touchdowns.
Knock on some wood, man. You don't want your guy throwing an interception.
Nah, here's the thing. Washington State University has always been underrated.
Yeah.
Right? Pac-12 also, with the exception of USC, maybe Oregon in the last 15 years, the Pac-12 has always been underrated. Of the Power 5 conferences, they've always been kind of thought of as number 5. No one stays up to watch games that are on the West Coast. It's Pac-12 after dark. It's always been that way. But the Pac-12 is good.
Yeah.
Up until last weekend, 8 of the Pac-12 teams were ranked in the top 25.
On the West Coast, bro. Nobody wants to stay up and watch it.
But I don't want to get up and watch Alabama roll somebody again at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, okay. That's fair.
You know,
Well, that's why you're a
I'm
supporter
still
of your
prepping
team.
and getting things ready for my 7:00 game, my 7:00 Arizona versus Oregon game or whatever.
Yeah, no.
But anyway, back to the topic. Washington State playing absolutely phenomenal football right now.
Yeah.
Coach Dicker, I tell you what,
He did something with them boys, huh?
I love that guy.
Yeah.
Young dude, full of energy, never has a voice at the end of the game. He's cheering. He kind of reminds me of like a super young Pete Carroll. He just has tons of energy. He's super enthusiastic.
Can relate to the boys. He's a bit younger.
Absolutely. He worked with Josh Allen at Wyoming.
Yeah. Look at that. That guy's a cool dude.
Right? He just said that Cam Ward and Josh Allen have a lot of similar attributes and traits.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't say that they were the same, but that they were very similar. So, I mean, I think he's got this
Hey!
team. Hey. He's got this team set up right now to playing incredibly. Our defense, stupid good. Shout out to Stone on the right side, Jackson on the left side. I mean, we're just killing people.
Yeah. I think that's like massive to have a coach like that when they can relate to the players. 'Cause I think when you can speak on their level and kind of understand where they're coming from, they're going to fight for you. I mean, nothing against like older coaches, but sometimes when you have that traditional style, sometimes that you have 55 guys on the squad. You ain't going to make all of them happy. But 53. Did they minus two?
More in college football, but NFL's 53 man roster.
Okay, yeah. All right, so
But
technically
50 plus or minus.
50 plus or minus. Yes. But I think it's important to have like a coach that can relate to the players, man. I think once they realize like you're down to earth, you understand kind of their lingo and how they move and do things, I think they're more willing to fight for you and do things, listen to you more. I think because they feel that you understand them.
100%, and I think that you can see that in some of the current NFL coaches, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not here to bag on any teams or anything like that, but I'll give you a couple examples. Andy Reid, older coach, right? But is funny,
Yeah.
knows how to make jokes,
Right.
and gets his players and lets his players be them.
Mm-hmm.
Pete Carroll, don't really need to say anything more than that. Pete Carroll is the ultimate players coach, in my
Right.
opinion.
Right.
But you're seeing that now in the younger coaches, like Mike McDaniel at Miami.
Yeah.
I mean, they're literally playing playground football right now.
Yeah,
They put up 70 points against the Denver Broncos last weekend.
Well, I think
They were talking about celebrating a touchdown 2 plays before
Before?
they got the touchdown. Literally, Tyreek Hill goes into the huddle and goes, "Hey, can we do that celebration we've been practicing?" I mean, like, but what you're seeing is somebody, that's young and somebody that is a super weirdo. Like, he's weird.
Yeah.
Mike McDaniel is a quirky, weird guy. Like, there's nothing else to say about it. He's weird. But he gets his players. He lets them have fun. And then you see other coaches like Robert Saleh. Robert Saleh, New York Jets. I'm sorry, but, bro, you got, like, roid rage all the time. I'm not saying he's on roids, but he's got, like, roid rage all the time. And I get it. Your team sucks. You're not winning any games, and so you're mad. But you're also not able to connect with your players.
Mm-hmm.
Your players don't have any trust or faith in your team anymore. You guys put everything on the line for Aaron Rodgers, and he's gone. Aaron Rodgers, when he was playing, I don't know if you watched Hard Knocks at all or if you even saw some of the preseason.
Saw a little bit of it.
Aaron Rodgers was looking like he was 23 again.
Yeah.
He's out there jumping around, joking around with
Hanging
Sauce
with the
Gardner
yeah, I
and
saw
stuff
that.
like that.
I
They
saw
made
that.
up their handshakes
Yeah,
and
yeah,
whatnot.
yeah,
And that
yeah,
whole
I saw
team was vibing.
Yeah.
And then
Lose somebody.
And then
like that.
Zach Wilson comes in, who cannot play in the NFL. Get out of the NFL. Go do something else with your family business. I know that y'all do. But anyway, people had said for a long time that they were surprised at how Bill Belichick could have such good teams.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Belichick is hilarious.
Yeah.
Go back and look at some of the older Patriots stuff with Randy Moss and Julian Edelman
telling
and
you,
Tom
man.
Brady. I mean, the guy was dressing up every Halloween, throwing parties. He's a funny guy. He's just serious on Sundays.
I think with coaching, and I'm not a coach yet, but as a player,
you kind of are.
yeah. I mean, and I lead in certain ways. When you put a system out, like a formation, a system, game plays, but you let your players do what you brought them there to do, I think you'll see a totally different team. If you give them the I think that's part of coaching. Yes, coaching is giving guidance and things like that, but you can't teach a guy to catch a ball one-handed like this. He's just going to do that naturally because that's what you brought him there for.
Oh, don't say one-handed catches. You're going to make me go back to the Cougars.
All right, 2 hands. Sorry. Yes, okay. Well, we can talk about that.
We had 2 of them.
One-handed catches.
One-handed catches.
Touchdowns?
2 of them by the same guy, wide receiver Kelly. One of them was a touchdown. One of them was not. However, please go and look them up, and we'll try to find a clip, and we'll put the touchdown catch on.
Look at end zone. Kelly, a one-hand touchdown. 3rd touchdown of the game.
He loves his Cougars.
Yo,
just so y'all know.
The touchdown catch, he could not see the ball.
How do you know he couldn't see the ball?
Watch the replay, watch the video.
So he just turned around and said,
He turned around, he saw the ball coming.
Yeah. That's why they're there. That's why they make...
He saw the ball coming. The defender is literally right here. When that ball got within 10 feet, there's no way that he could have seen past the shoulders, right? He just stuck his arm out. Mm-hmm. The ball came in the only place that it possibly could have been, right underneath the right elbow of the defender.
Trusted his QB.
And he just put his hand out there and pulled it in. I can't say it was better than OBJ.
Top 10, though, of the week? Should be.
Number 1 of the week. Number 1 of the week, hands
if not,
down.
Then we need
and his other catch that happened earlier in the game, number 2 of the week. Hands down in all of NCAA football. But top 10 one-handed catches of all time, absolutely.
Yeah. But I think that's you just giving your wide receiver confidence, saying, go out there, run your route.
Just go play.
And like you said, playground.
We talked about it last week.
Yeah.
Just go and play. Go play your game.
Yeah. I think that's a really important thing when coaching. Put your system out. Make your boys comfortable. Let them go do what they know how to do. Simple.
Yeah. Why not? So should we keep going on this winning streak?
We should.
All right. Let's talk about what else happened on Saturday last weekend. Your boy had a tournament.
Yes. You sent me a nice text. I was like, yo. And it was hyped. You got me hyped for the game.
So last Saturday was our guy's birthday.
It was. Jeez. See what happens when you turn it up and forget.
I'm a decade older than he is, but I remembered, and I had a tournament with the Veterans Golf Association. Mm-hmm. Decided that I was going to, I don't know, maybe go and play for your birthday or something like that. You know, just try to give it out there a little bit for you. Throw it out in the universe. I know you had a game.
Me a gift.
Yeah, so I know you had a game that night.
That's nice.
Went out there. And I literally was just playing golf.
Having fun.
Yep.
Thinking about your homeboy who just has fun all the time.
Just, out there trying to think of what I can shoot you in a text that's going to help you get motivated, that's going to help you motivate your team. And those of you that don't know us, but I literally do that every single week.
Oh, yeah.
I text him.
Every week.
And, yeah,
Send
went
the
out
boys
there.
positive messages. Yeah. No, it's good. I need that.
Went out there. I think I won by 6 or 7 shots. Something like that. And I didn't look at the score because it's all live scoring.
Yeah, of course.
I didn't look at the score until I was done. Like there was no desire. I was just playing golf. I missed 1 fairway all day long. I missed two greens all day long. I was a little bit upset that out of the 3 bogeys that I had, all of them were on par 3s. A lot of zip to the ball. Sit in front of the green, zipping off the green. That was pretty much the whole thing. But I was making putts, bro.
Just dropping dimes.
Just dropping dimes. I was 3 under through 4.
Dang.
Like the first 4 holes. And a guy that I normally play with is in the group behind me. And I was on the 4th tee box and he was on the 3rd green. Yeah. And he looked at me and he was like, oh, man, I'm +2. And I was like, I'm -3. He's like, you get out of here.
He's a motivation, brother.
Yeah, man, it was just a lot of fun and had a great time. Was able to send that text message to you.
Yeah.
Would have loved to see you guys pull out the win last week, but
it was solid. It was a solid performance though for us to come back in that late moment of the game. But yeah, man, I mean, that was, I mean, those texts, people think sometimes like, oh, he sent a text, oh, it's just whatever. Like, no, those mean a lot, man, because it's like people have to check me sometimes, you know, make sure that I'm still engaged all the time, because a lot of my teammates, they look up to me and, you know, ask for advice, and who am I speaking to at times, you know? So I have my group, my people, and yeah, that text was meant a lot. I was like, all right, Dave, let's go get this dub then. But, you know, unfortunately, we took a point away on an away trip. So, I mean, that was positive. And it was a good birthday gift,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, hey. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Good for you. Did you get a pin?
I got a medal, actually, because it was the first.
You see?
Because it's the first win of the new season, because we just started our new season. So you get a medal. It's very similar to that one.
Yes.
That was from last season. I've got the other one. It's inside. I haven't had a chance to put it up yet.
Okay.
But
We'll
yeah,
see it
it's
next
a
time for sure.
very good start to the new season. So
Yes.
keep an eye out. You can actually follow along at vgagolf.org. We just had the national championships for last season. We did have 2 people from the state of Arizona that were representing, which is fantastic. But congratulations to those winners. I don't have their names off the top of my head, but congratulations to them. New season started, so we're sitting pretty.
Yeah, it's a good start to the season, man.
Yeah,
Just keep it rolling.
absolutely. I'm gonna do everything that we can. All right, moving along. Oh, before I leave sports though, I did have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Now you follow NFL, right? You're a Buccaneers fan.
I follow my Bucks. I don't really mess with anybody else until I have to. Like if one of my guys are playing on fantasy. But go ahead.
Yeah.
I may have the answer.
Let's
to
not
this.
even start talking about fantasy football
All right. Go ahead.
because I was in dead last for the first 2 weeks,
I screwed up.
and now you're dead
I
last.
screwed up though. I was busy doing something, and on Tuesday, my wide receiver is out, and I didn't look. And they played when? I think it was a Thursday.
They play a Thursday night game, yeah.
What can I do? I'm thinking he's good, and then shoulder injury.
Well,
It's 'cause I don't look at it every day.
The
That's
thing
all.
that blows me away about the way that you play fantasy football
I'll end up in the top of the name.
is the last.
Auto draft.
I think this is the 3rd year in a row that we do our draft on Saturday, and he always has a game Saturday nights, and he auto drafts.
I don't know what to tell you, bro.
And 2 years ago, I thought it was a fluke. Last year,
I don't know what to
sit
tell you,
back.
brother.
Last year, I don't think you finished in the top 3 though,
Yeah.
but I think you were 4. But you led a lot of the season last year,
Yeah.
and you auto draft well.
Well, what does auto draft do for you? I think everybody knows what they pick the next best player.
It
that
picks it picks the highest ranked player currently available.
Yes. So I mean, you would assume that I'm gonna be hopefully somewhere up there, unless a guy is injured.
Yes and no. The problem is we have another person on that's in the league that auto drafted and ended up getting, I think, 7 running backs,
You know,
which is really funny because 3 of them were from the same team.
there was a glitch. There was a glitch.
No, it's just when you have a team that has 3 good running backs and they do it by a committee, they're going to be ranked up there. But
Auto draft's not for everybody. I'm
auto
sorry.
draft is not for everybody.
Auto draft
you
is
need
for
to be a
me.
professional if you're going to auto draft.
Oh.
Anyway, like I said, let's not get started on fantasy football. We're
'cause
not
I'm in
doing
dead
well,
last.
basically. He's in 12th. I'm in 9th. It's not good.
I'm in dead last, but don't worry. I'll work my way back up.
Oh, yeah, we got a long season. But my question for you about NFL is, who do you think, in the history of that you've been watching football or even highlights or whatever, who do you think is the hardest hitting player in the NFL ever?
I'd say your boy from Baltimore, bro.
Ray Lewis? Boy, Ray Lewis. Yeah.
That dude cracks people, bro. And I'm not just saying this because these guys are really decorated, but they're decorated for a reason. Like, that guy used to lay people out
Yep.
with no fear.
Nope.
And then I would also say Palomalu, right? Troy.
Yeah, Troy Polamalu. He used to be at all
He
over.
used those 2 guys. Me growing up, I would see them lighting people up. And then I got to give a shout out to my boy Warren Sapp, because I know he was on the line, but when he got away from who was marking him, the QB was getting lit up.
I wouldn't put Warren Sapp in my top 5, but I can definitely see that.
He was maybe he
It's
didn't
hard
hit
to-
the hardest.
It's
Maybe
hard to put a lineman in my top 5 for hardest hitting.
I think he was feared.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, like when you knew you were gonna play against him, you were like, oh man, we got to make sure we hold him down because if he gets through, he most likely is
Same
gonna
thing
get
for Ndamukong Suh, right?
Yes. But you asked hardest hitting. I would say Ray Lewis and Troy. They
Ed
used to
Reed?
light some people.
Ed Reed
Okay.
with Ray Lewis, same team. Baltimore Ravens, one of the best defenses ever.
They were. Well, I mean,
right there.
I think I'm onto something with those guys.
Yeah, I agree. I got my guy though. Of course, I'm going to go back to my Seahawks, but Cam Chancellor,
Yeah.
Bam Bam Cam.
Hard hitter.
The reason why I asked this, I was on Instagram and I saw one of those old, like "Here Come the Boom" videos.
Yeah, where they're just cracking every 3 plays. They're just knocking somebody loose.
Cam Chancellor.
It's scary, man.
The fact that they used to play like that.
Yeah.
And I can't say they had less injuries because they just didn't say anything.
Well, pile-ups were okay. Like,
Yep.
you can just jump on guys after the play. Like, that.
You could just take people's head off.
Different breeds back then.
Yeah.
No, they were.
Can we go back to that?
We can.
I say get rid of the padding.
You know what I said? Speaking of that, why don't we get more, like, rugby players?
To play in the NFL?
Yeah, they're fit. They can run like crazy. And they don't fear getting hit without pads. Now, that's just logic. There may be a different science to it. But these guys, I think, mentally, it's a very different game. So imagine if I know pads, you have to carry a little bit more weight. But also the kickers
I think
in rugby.
I'm not a rugby player. I'm not an Australian rules football player. But you do see a lot of Australians starting to show up in the NFL.
There's one guy who played rugby who's there.
Punters and kickers. There's a couple rugby players that are in the NFL. But I'll tell you right now, if you were to go and ask a rugby player on a professional level, a rugby player or an AFL footballer, they will probably both say NFL is a sissier sport than theirs
Because of pads?
because of pads.
Yeah. No, I when I look at it, it's
And
It's
that's why I think you don't see a lot of them. I'm a huge AFL fan.
Yeah.
Anybody that knows me knows that I follow Essendon and I follow Hawthorn. I'm a huge Hawks fan, huge Bombers fan, which is weird because they're rivals. But anyway, if you watch an AFL match compared to an NFL match, the amount of time that you don't play in the NFL and the amount of time that you do play in the AFL, the types of hits, the way that you're getting hit, the science.
Isn't it a smaller field as well?
It's
Like what?
NFL is.
NFL is a
The
smaller.
AFL field is gigantic.
Okay. Go on.
I mean, to give you an idea, they kick goals from 50 plus meters away.
Yeah.
Justin Tucker, 66, 67-yard field goal for the NFL record, I think.
I don't watch enough AFL. This is why I'm asking these questions.
Yeah, and those are yards. I mean, meters obviously just a little bit longer. But still, my point, though, is that the science behind tackling and how they do it and the fitness level, and they don't have pads. Yes, you might have a couple AFLers that come in there with helmets, but they're not NFL helmets. They're like little teeny helmets because they might have had a concussion sometime.
Yeah.
You know, but they play with broken bones. Whatever. If there's a little bit of blood, the medic literally runs onto the field in the middle of play, wipes it up, puts a Band-Aid on it, and then they pounce off the pitch.
Yeah.
Rugby, I don't know as much about. I need to learn a little bit more about it because there's some big dudes.
No, they are massive.
Yeah, and they move. You're right.
And it's not. It's like constant movement. It ain't no like break. And nothing against. And like these guys are freak athletes. You know, units of humans. So
Yeah.
it's like, do I think I can go out there and just run? Maybe. But when you have a 300-pound guy moving at the pace that they move,
Yeah,
and then if you get hit once, that could change your whole perspective on wanting to be in that sport.
for sure.
Like, I don't know if a rugby guy has ever gone and got hit by a Ray Lewis head on. Could he be like, yeah, this ain't for me. I'd rather go have it
Yeah, but-
controlled.
But do you think that the hardest hitting people we were just talking about, the Ray Lewis's, Ed Reeds, Cam Chancellors, all of that kind of stuff, Do you think if you take away the helmet and the pads and all of that they're still doing that?
It's a good question, man. I don't know. I mean, if it's well, this is the thing,
because they are in the AFL and they are in rugby, but they tackle differently.
but they were brought up to play that way.
100%.
So it's like, I think if you know you have a helmet, like, because even in rugby, like, they still go headstrong right into someone.
But they don't go head to head,
No, I think
which you have now. You have helmet to helmet. That's just why targeting is such a big thing, and
Right.
it's literally ending people's careers and lives.
I think it's a natural instinct to, like, all right, I'm about to drop my head and run to this guy. I'm gonna try not to go towards his head. I'm gonna try and go towards his shoulder, but I'm gonna try and run through him.
Mm-hmm.
I think when you have a helmet, you know that there's a bit of protection there. You know you're not supposed to do it, but if you
But it's
miss,
easier to do it.
yes,
Yeah.
you're gonna drop
I
your head,
agree.
and, like, if this guy puts his head there, that's on him.
Yep, I totally agree.
Um,
That's why I say, if the NFL wants to get rid of concussions, and you can look the stats up, the amount of injuries in comparing AFL, Australian rules football, and the NFL it's not comparable.
Yeah.
NFL has far more injuries than the AFL. Fact, end of story. More concussions, more CTE, more neck injuries, more back injuries, far more blown out ACLs than in the AFL. I think fake grass also has a problem with that
turf
too,
does
but
it.
that's a different topic.
But
But if the NFL wants to get rid of it,
Yeah.
get rid of the frickin' pads, or at least reduce them to punter pads.
I think I don't know if they could do that now, because these kids are already grown up.
Tough.
Like, it's gonna take a long time for them to change
So it
that.
takes a decade to get used to it.
Yeah. Okay.
So reduce it incrementally.
The stuff with, like, ACL tears and all that stuff, it's different because you're trained as a footballer to go straight in certain positions.
Sure.
There in rugby, AFL, you got to be able to move laterally, like, and it's not, So I think it's a strong difference. So yeah, it would be a tough argument, but
I say get rid of the pads. Anyway, what do you guys think? Should we get rid of the pads in the NFL? I mean, look, I love watching somebody get laid out. Why? Because it's not me.
yeah, that's the entertaining
That's what
part
it
of
is.
it, though.
That's what it is. But and obviously, I don't want anybody getting hurt. I hate seeing career-ending injuries. I hate seeing
that's the worst.
people like Cam Chancellor, anybody. Just thought of his name and now it just disappeared. But anybody that gets, like, neck stingers and they have to end their careers, massive concussions. I mean, look, Tua right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy had like 6 concussions in the last 2 years, something like that. Like,
But I
that's
think
crazy.
they realize, like, when they step into this realm, that it is a potential thing that could happen to them.
They 100% all do, and you
Yeah.
can talk to them. You can see all of their interviews, and they know that. They know that there's a 100% chance that they're going to be injured,
Yes. Like, and it could be
and
career
they choose
ending.
to do it anyway.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't think that the NFL should have to pay them anything if they get hurt. But again, whole other topic. They're choosing to play this sport, and they're getting paid, for the most part, more money than any of us make. But anyway, what do you guys think? Drop us some comments. Do you guys think that we should get rid of the pads, or at least incrementally drop them down, which I think would be a good idea? Maybe just reduce the padding. And I even say higher fines and penalties for dumb stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I think that should be in anything. If you're
Multiple
doing
game
something-
suspensions without pay, plus fine, all that kind of stuff. You got to start somewhere, and you got to start training people. Because I think we trained the opposite direction for too long.
I was going to say, you're saying you want to limit that to keep it entertaining, but also have less injuries.
Go watch an AFL match. Go YouTube AFL and watch one. 4 quarters. Kind of difficult to understand if you don't understand the rules, but if you just go and just watch it, put it on mute, put some music on, whatever, just go watch it and look at the athleticism.
It's entertaining.
And the way that they tackle.
I don't know why when you said AFL, I thought
You thought
I said
arena football,
Oh
didn't
my
you?
gosh! I was like, what is he talking about? Bigger field. I was like, I'm pretty sure they're not.
You
but-
American.
yeah.
Now,
I should know
Australian rules football, type in AFL. All right? And
Aussie
if you
rules,
want to
Aussie
watch
rules.
a real good one, 2004,
that. I know about Aussie rules.
Aussie rules football.
Yeah, don't say AFL. I literally thought you were saying arena football. Hey, it is what it is.
The
A little
Australian
miscommunication.
Football League.
Okay.
Is that better? Anyway, let us know what you think. Okay, question of the day.
Talk to me.
I got a question for you.
I gotta come up with the next one. I had a good one. Not
Now,
today.
I'm stealing this question of the day from something else that I listened to, but it made me think and it made me laugh for way too long. Just because of where it goes.
Is this gonna be a tangent one?
No,
Okay, good.
I hope not, because there's only really one tangent it can go on. All right. We're boys, right?
All right. No.
We're out camping.
No, I know you heard this one. I saw the same thing.
Okay, if I got bit by a snake, would
Sorry,
you suck
brother.
out the venom?
Sorry, brother. Where is it at? On your leg?
On my leg.
Yeah, bro, I'm gonna help you out. I'm not gonna let you get.
Okay, so
Poison.
leg versus death. You're good. You're doing leg.
100%.
All right.
I want
What
you
if
to
what
die.
if I'm sleeping in my sleeping bag and I get bit on my neck, like right here?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to come up with some type of contraption or something to help you.
You're
out.
gonna let me die? You're not gonna.
How do you know
suck
you'll
the
die?
venom
I'm
out
gonna
of my
try and
neck?
figure it out. Look, that's the last resort I'm gonna do to help you. But
Well, first of all,
within
we're in
the time
Arizona,
frame.
so if I get bit by a snake, most likely it's either a rattlesnake or it's gonna be a bull snake.
Yeah.
Bull snake's not venomous, but rattlesnake looks exactly the same except for the little teeny rattle in the end.
So you're saying,
you're
let's
saying-
not risk it.
you're
It could be a bull
saying-
snake, but let's not risk it.
Exactly.
Venom out.
Hey, I wouldn't let you die.
No, I wouldn't. I honestly, in all fairness, I'd have to save your life. Now,
You know where this is going.
it'd have to be quick. Get it out. We done. Moving on. I mean, I can't.
This is a very sensitive area.
See, now he's saying that. No,
Mm-hmm.
sorry. That's it. It's gonna be one of those. Just gonna be like, sorry, man. Thought it was a bull snake.
That's when the hand comes around and grabs your head.
Yeah. Good question. But you said you would
Because
let
it's
me
like,
die.
so at what limit of the positioning of the snake bite does it get to the point where you're like, nah, you're dead, bro?
Yeah.
Like, what if I'm having to use the restroom
Yeah. That's it.
and I got smacked on my butt cheek?
Dead.
Dead?
Sorry.
You didn't even think about
I'm
that.
just. If it's just you and I, I'm like, damn, man, I didn't
What
even
if-
see it. I had
okay.
no idea where it bit him. I thought it was.
What if I can prove it was a rattlesnake?
If you could prove it was a rattlesnake, dead.
Like, what if it happened and I'm like, oh, it's right there, still doing its thing?
I'm gonna ask you, why did you get that close to it? You saw it, and you let it bite you.
Clearly, I didn't see it if I was squatting.
Yeah, that one's just gonna have to. Sorry, man.
Damn.
What's your answer?
I would not let you die.
Yeah. No, I mean, all right. Let's be real. If it came down to it, and you were like, "This is life or death situation," you gotta do what you gotta do. Am I gonna be happy about it? Am I ever gonna want to talk about it again? Hell no.
I think at first I would probably laugh, if I'm honest.
Man, I don't even know you that well. You're dead, bro.
I would probably laugh, if I'm honest. If I heard you yell and I came back there and your pants are at your ankles.
Snake bit my ass!
Snake bit my ass. I would probably laugh at first. The second thing I would do is I would look to see if it's a baby snake or if it's a full-ass snake.
Because then maybe we can make it to where we gotta get.
Because if it's a full-grown snake,
We're giving too many hypotheticals.
well, hey, that's what this is. That's what the question of the day is a hypothetical.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Last week you asked if it was 7:58. Is it 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock?
That's a great question.
This is a better question.
Not about.
I would not let you die. Comment
there a-
below. Let us know what you think. Okay.
Yeah. What would you do?
3 places: leg, neck, butt cheek.
What would you do for your homie?
And I'm talking like good friend, right? Not like an acquaintance.
Yeah. This is good friendship. No, you couldn't let your homie die.
No, I'm not letting you die. You know,
Respect to that. Thank you, man.
you're welcome. I got you.
I wouldn't let you die either.
Liar.
I'd be. I wouldn't let
Liar.
you die
You
either.
didn't even think about it. You're like, you dead.
I wouldn't let him die.
All right.
That's a good question.
I think it's a good question. All right. So, you got anything else?
I knew you were gonna go there. Jeez. No, don't worry. Next week's question, fire.
Fire.
Put you
All
on
right.
the spot.
All right.
Oh yeah, let me get my shout out real quick, man.
Well,
So
that's the last thing we got.
yeah,
Shout-outs.
real quick, a quick story. I went to the Barrett Jackson car thing,
The
auto auction this year. First time, so sorry if I butchered the name. I met these guys. It was called Eurosport Phoenix, I think. They gave me some stuff, but they had
They got, like,
the
vintage Euro.
Defender.
Yeah, dude.
Bro, I was in. I just started talking to them because I was a guest and I had to judge the cars. I didn't really know what I was judging, so I had some experts help me out. But long story short, I met these guys, Ryan and Jason. Shout out to you guys, man. They hooked me up with some gear. They let me take some cool photos with their stuff. Check out their page, man. At
They got some cool
Eurosport
cars.
Phoenix, they have some really cool stuff.
Yeah.
They have some really cool projects. They like to connect with people and take cool photos. So, yeah, shout out to them for this. I love this stuff, man. They gave me some good gear, long sleeve. Their slogan is Overland and Under Sun. So, I thought
like
that was
that.
pretty cool. I thought that was
Yeah,
pretty
I
cool,
like
man.
that.
Yeah, yeah. So, I'll probably wear their long sleeve when
What's
it gets a
your
little
hat?
cooler. Oh, the hat. My boy Babu.
That's Babu's?
Yeah, movement plotters. I think I said that right. Comment, Babu, if I said it wrong. Create your own path. I think it's a great message. You know, try not to let people, steer you in certain directions. Obviously, take advice where you want, but take it at your own leisure, man. Like, literally create your own path. You're your own person. Be you. Trust yourself. Just keep it moving. Yeah, I think it's a line he started. They got some cool stuff. Check out their page, Movement Plotters, and then, yeah, man.
Yeah, I
Go
like
from
it.
there.
I
Yeah,
like
it's
that. I saw it when we started, and I like that. Create your own path. I think it's a very powerful message for sure. So, right on for that. Got a couple as well. Black Rifle Coffee Company. Mm-hmm. If you haven't had Black Rifle coffee, you haven't had coffee.
Okay.
So good. You can find them pretty much everywhere, but veteran owned, veteran operated.
Nice.
Super awesome. So, Black Rifle Coffee Company, check it out. Obviously, all my golf people, right? Blue Tees Golf, TaylorMade Golf, Titleist. Thank you guys very much. Belching Beaver Brewery.
Yep.
Belching Beaver Oside. And Southo Brewery. I just got some brand new Belching Beaver. I got a peanut butter ale that I got to try.
Yeah.
Might have
I
to
gotta
do
try
that
it
for
too.
Thursday Night Football, even though I'm not sure how the game's going to be. It's Thursday Night Football. But it's going to be good stuff.
Not gonna alter the taste of the beer. Maybe it could.
I think.
Maybe it
I
could.
think mood,
Maybe you're meant to.
Yeah. And then last but not least, as always, Stubby McPickle Golf. Go check us out, Stubby McPickle on IG.
That's good. Form.
StubbyMcPickle.com.
That's good form there.
Yeah, you're getting there. Maybe we'll work on that before next time. He's mad. All right. Thank you guys very much for watching, and
Thanks,
as always,
guys. Like and subscribe. Smash that subscribe button.
Subscribe button.
Do it.
Do it.
Bam.
All right, guys.
Thank you,
Thanks a lot.
guys.
Until next week.
Till next week.